Hey guys, I don't know how your eye makeup lasts throughout the day, but mine tends to run off of my face after about half an hour of being on my eyelids, and that's because I'm contending with a number of different issues. My eyes are slightly hooded, they're a little bit downturned, I've got very oily eyelids, so not exactly a dream come true when it comes to locking down your eye look. But I found through trial and error that if I stick with a multi-step process using a number of different products I've really come to enjoy and trust, that I can lock my eye makeup down all day. And I'm talking like 7, 8, 9, 10, up to 12 hours. The rest of my face will have melted off, but my eye makeup's still looking good by the time I'm ready to take everything off at the end of the day. So if you also contend with similar issues, whether it's your eyeliner transferring or your mascara smudging or your eyeshadow disappearing from your lids, definitely keep watching. I'd be interested in hearing if this process works for you as well, because I'm telling you, this has definitely been my go-to absolute set in stone process for really locking down my eye makeup. So we're gonna get right into it. So the first thing that you want to do is prime your eyelids. Now, I have tried basically every single primer out there, and the one that has worked best for me has been the MAC, 24-hour Prep and Prime. I love this stuff. It's the only thing that locks everything down on my eyeballs. So I'm just going to take a tiny, tiny bit of this. And by tiny, I mean tiny, like literally that much. And I'm just going to pat it on my eye, extending it all the way up to the brow bone. Now I also like to take just a tiny bit more, and again, like a minuscule, can you see that? A minuscule amount, and I will run it underneath my lower lid just because I tend to also put eyeshadow in that area, and I want to make sure I'm really locking everything down. After I've primed my eyelids, the next thing I do is just take any foundation, and I'm going to put a tiny bit on either of my lids. And again, just like the smallest amount, divvy that up and just pat it right on top of that eyelid primer. And you can use the tip of a beauty blender too, just to get that all over the lid, again extending up to the brow bone. So then the third step involves a paint pot. The third step involves a paint pot by MAC. I like to use soft ochre, and as you can see, this is very well loved, but it's a beautiful flesh tone cream eyeshadow. And what I will do is I will just take a small concealer brush and dip it into the product and just, again, get a very limited, a small amount. And I'm just gonna pat that all over my lid. Now I like to then put it on my finger and then just to go in from there. So again, all you're doing is just patting it in, adding another layer to your eyes, to your eyelid. And I always want to make sure I blend into the corner there, so when you turn, there's not an obvious line of distinction. Then the fourth and final step is using a little bit of powder. Now I like the Cover FX. Ooh, there you go, the Cover FX. Is that backwards? It's probably backwards in the monitor. But this is the Cover FX Perfect Setting Powder. And all I do is I flip open the lid and just tap a nice fluffy blending brush into the cap there, and I'm just gonna set all those cream products with a little bit of powder. So that's it, just 4 steps to priming your eyelids. Of course I say 4, that's a tad excessive, but in any event, this is what really locks everything down for me. From here, it's up to you to choose whatever type of eyeshadow you want to use. Personally, right now, I'm toggling between Morphe, Anastasia Beverly Hills, and when I'm feeling a little bit crazy, I'll throw in some Lorac. But I'm gonna go ahead and put on the rest of my face and be right back. You know, when they talk about the power of makeup to be able to transform a girl, they are not lying. So obviously I have my entire face on, including my eye makeup. It is about 11:30 right now. I'm gonna go meet a friend for lunch and I'll show you how this look is holding up during the day. It is going to be in the mid 80s today in Pittsburgh, probably very humid, and when it turns into a steam bath, it's a great way to test out a process like this. So I will check in again later and show you how everything is holding up. So it's actually not too much later than when I applied my makeup because my friend stood me up for lunch. Who does that? It's fine. It's actually no big deal at all. But it's about 10 after 1 and I just wanted to show you how everything is still locked down. No fading, no creasing, no transferring. Everything is good, so I'm very happy, and I will check in with you later. I'm obviously lounging on the couch right now doing a little bit of writing, but I figured I would do a quick check-in because my eyes are still looking good. It is 6:30, and let's see if I can bring you in close. Still no creasing, no fading, no smudging, no nothing. So that's where we are right now. I will do one final check-in before the night is over. Hopefully I can find some decent lighting to do so. Hey guys, I wanted to film this quickly because obviously I have run out of daylight. That's why I'm standing in my bathroom trying to film this last clip. But as you will see, it is now 10 o'clock. So I've had this eye makeup on for over 10 hours and it is still completely locked onto my eyelids. Just to bring you in a little bit closer, you can see there is no fading, there's no smudging, there's no transfer, there's no creasing. There's absolutely nothing, which is why I love this multi-step process. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you try this out, let me know in the comments below how everything worked for you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.